Hi, I really enjoyed working in this sketchbook. I stepped out of my comfort zone. I used a variety of mediums and I didn't worry about being perfect. I used Copic markers for this first drawing. I have a process video on my channel. I used Posca markers for these flowers. And pastels for these. I like pastels, but they are so messy. I started this sketch while waiting to pick my granddaughter up from school. I never went back and finished it. These sketches I started in the beauty salon, as well as this one. Never finished it. Love doing what I call scribble doodles. These drawings were done with Copic markers. I love this chair. I did a collage on this page. The face was done with watercolor on this paper from this dollar store notebook. I used watercolor for this landscape painting. For most of the watercolor paintings, I used this travel kit. I love this travel kit. You can see how much I use it by looking at it. But there's a variety of colors, and then it has the water brush. It's just a great set. I love it. It didn't cost that much, so it was worth every penny. Another collage using paint, gouache paint, and scrapbooking paper. This was done with watercolor and outlined with fine liners, and I used that same notebook paper again. I have a lot of creative art sessions with my 6-year-old granddaughter, and we have so much fun. And for this particular one, she wanted us to draw her bunny Squishmallow. These are our final drawings of the bunny together. If you're ever able to create with a child, you should, because they will definitely take you out of your comfort zone. Another collage, and again, the face is done on that notebook paper from the dollar store. Swatches from the gouache paint I purchased at Hobby Lobby. I did this portrait with gouache paint, and if you want to see my process, you can view the video on my channel. I warmed up by doing this painting first, and I was proud of myself because I just started painting without doing a pencil sketch first. That's major for me because I usually always do pencil sketches first. One of my favorites in this sketchbook, I did the portrait with colored pencils and the background with Posca markers. These portrait studies were done with gouache. The process video is on my channel. These contour drawings are of my hands. They're a bit wonky, but it was fun. Another scribble doodle that I colored with these Faber-Castell pit markers. Some hot peppers done with colored pencils. Originally, I wanted to do some more vegetables on this page, but it was so warped that I decided not to do anything. I enjoyed working on this spread. The zebra is done with gouache paint and the giraffe is done with watercolor. Another collage with that face on that paper again. This mushroom was done with that gouache paint from Hobby Lobby. The process video is on my channel if you want to view it. I love this portrait. I used a lot of layers of colored pencils to do it. I stepped out of my comfort zone with this portrait because I did a smile and a hand. I think hands are difficult to render, and teeth. Animals done with, I believe, watercolor, not gouache. And this was done with watercolor. This is another painting where I stepped out of my comfort zone and I started the painting without doing a pencil sketch first. I just started painting. This portrait was done with watercolor paint. The underpainting I did with a bright yellow. The reference photo was a wooden sculpture. These flowers were done with Posca markers, and these are some of the inspiration photos I took. These sketches were done with references from lineofaction.com. I love it. It times you and provides you with references in different categories. The insides of a red pepper and an avocado done with Posca markers. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but the pages in the sketchbook are not in chronological order. I was inspired by Mini Small. I stepped out of my comfort zone. More 5-minute sketches done with references from lineofaction.com. This one was my favorite. It was the first one I did. I paint and sketch really slow, so that site is really helping me. The references for these drawings are from Pinterest. I use Pinterest a lot for my sketchbook references. I really enjoyed doing this spread. It was a lot of fun. First, I taped off the triangles with washi tape. Then I painted each triangle with watercolor paint, removed the washi tape, and this is the final result. I used acrylic paint to do this portrait. I forgot to put a piece of paper between the pages so the pages stuck together. Acrylic paint dries quickly, so I struggled with blending the skin tone. Quite a few Posca markers. I love them. I just wish there were a little, more color choices. I'm thinking about trying Art X. I think it's called Art X markers. If you've used them before, let me know in the comments and what your thoughts are on them. I wanted to use mainly vertical hatching with this portrait. I used Posca markers for these shoes, and I love this page. Love the colors, love the shoes. I just love it. At first, I was going to outline it with a fine liner, but I changed my mind. I did the Bird of Paradise flower with gouache on black cardstock because I wanted to see what it would look like on black paper. Once again, I used that notebook paper to do this jellyfish. I used this set of Posca markers for this lighthouse drawing. More sketches with references from Pinterest. I couldn't figure out what to do in this box, so I just left it. So this was another creative art session with my granddaughter. She wanted us to do Envy from Inside Out 2. When we went to see the movie, she wanted to dress like her favorite character, Disgust. It was a really cute movie. This is her drawing. I love it. While I was still working on my drawing, she drew joy, fear, anger. I forgot his name. Sadness. I forgot her name. And an anxiety. All while I was still working on my drawing. And here are our drawings together. Love it. This is my favorite page in this sketchbook. It was done with colored pencils. This is my least favorite page in this sketchbook. I was trying to do realism with the tempera paint sticks and it just didn't work. I was inspired to buy these tempera paint sticks because of a video I saw by Sandy Hester. And she had so much fun using them, and she was doing really loose portraits. And so that was what I intended on doing initially. And it didn't work at first because, again, I was trying to do realism. And with the way these are, you see how they're chunky, you can't really do a lot of details. But anyway, I love the texture. I can't describe it, of how they work on the paper. They dry really fast. And so as I went on, I really started to loosen up and I loved using them. I just kept doing portrait after portrait. They're not these amazing portraits, but it was just fun. So if you ever get a chance to try them, they're really, I think, for kids, but they were great to use. I did this butterfly with Derwent Color Soft color pencils. I purchased them because of seeing videos with other artists using them. I didn't really like them that much, but I'll try them again in the future. These last few pages are color swatches of some of my art supplies. So you made it to the end. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this sketchbook tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I really had a lot of fun working in this sketchbook. I'm actually going to miss working in it. And hopefully something I did maybe inspired you to go create or use some of the supplies that I tried. Let me know in the comments which page was your favorite and which art supply you might go and try. Thanks for watching.